Good morning, YouTube. Today's story involves flying saucers. Yes, um, the rumor is that sometime very soon, within like the next week, the New York Times is going to publish a story that will verify that our government is in possession of wreckage from what can only be described as a flying saucer, a craft that was not built by human hand and uh, was did not originate from Earth. Okay, but there's another person out there that is also working on this, and it's going to be a rush to see who publishes first, the New York Times or this fellow by the name of George Knapp. Okay, now the interesting thing about George Knapp is he is an investigative reporter from Las Vegas, and he has been working on this issue since the late 1980s when he interviewed a guy named Bob Lazar. And if you want to know about Bob Lazar's story, the best place for you to start is with the Joe Rogan Experience, episode 1315. Okay, here's Bob. Okay, and this guy is a documentary filmmaker. Okay, and he made a documentary about Lazar that I think is available there somewhere on Netflix or something that talks about Mr. Lazar's experiences. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but it involves crashed UFOs. Okay. The interesting thing about these two is while they were filming the the documentary, the FBI raided Mr. Lazar's house. Spoiler alert, rumor has it that Mr. Lazar, when he was working, before he was asked to leave his government service, managed to make off with some of the fuel source that these things use, and he's supposed to have this alleged element 115 hiding in his basement somewhere. We don't know, but anyway. So here's the rumors: is that so that the New York Times is supposed to publish this story, but apparently this George Knapp guy is like telling the New York Times people, I can't find the tweet because it's on Instagram, and I don't feel like loading Instagram. But apparently he's right now, him and that filmmaker, this guy, these two, and of course camera crew, are at Edwards Air Force Base right now. Okay, what they're doing there, oh, we don't know. Okay, and here's Mr. Knapp's latest posts. Okay, he shared this video of Senator Rubio where he talks about these UAPs. I guess that's the new word for UFO. And here we are. This is how we know he's at Edwards Air Force Base, because he's telling us that. Look where I am, and he's on a road trip. And if you go to his Instagram account, you'll get a little bit more information. And this is what Mr. Rubio has just recently done. I don't know if you're aware about Mr. Rubio, but he was recently promoted to chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. And that's a pretty powerful position in our government. And the first thing he did was he's poking around into this thing. And if you watch this this video that Mr. Knapp has shared, he talks about these unified aerial phenomena, and he wants to know who they belong to. So, and I also didn't put up the video, but President Trump answered some questions about this earlier in the month, where he was actually being asked questions by his son. Okay, about this, and he was kind of saying, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what's going on, but I can't talk about it. I can't. You know, Trump's gut is bursting. He wants to say something, but he can't because he's the president, and maybe they threaten him. But anyway, something big is coming, and when I say coming, I mean it's supposed to be within the week. Okay. Now, now we're going to move past this possibility because we don't know. It could be bullshit. And let's start thinking about what happens politically if this is true. Okay? It is going to throw all the cards up in the air. I have no idea how this is going to play out. But I know what it is going to do. It's going to destroy the Democratic narrative about the the plague and the social disorder. All of that's going to go right out the window, which makes me think that Trump is behind all of this. That this whole disclosure might be the ultimate October surprise. Okay, because this is definitely going to change the conversation of the country once this is released. Because according to Mr. Lazar, we've got several of these things, and we have figured out how they work, and they are flying. We actually have UFOs that we are flying. I don't know if we've recreated them or fixed the ones that we had. He talks about the propulsion system, how they use not a fusion reactor, but an annihilation reactor. Okay, I can't really get into all of this technology, but it is fantastic, and you need to educate yourself as to what's going on. But we're talking massive technological leap forward. Another thing is if this thing goes public, that means that we can finally take the best minds of we have in our country and put it to work reverse engineering the technology that we have acquired. Okay? This is a game changer on so many fronts, not just political, but also socially and technology. I have no idea how this ends, but I'm excited and let's do this. Anyway, that's the video for today. Uh, enjoy the rest of your day.